I'm here today to explain to you guys how to connect back to source consciousness. And in order to do that, a person first needs to understand how source consciousness operates through you. And it's so simple. Source operates through your excitement, through your emotional state, through what it is that you are sensing within yourself. Source will show you the way by you feeling that there is an excitement to do this thing. And the more deeply you are connected to source, the more overwhelming your excitement will feel. It will literally be painful not to go after the thing that the source is showing you to go after, because you feel such a strong, immense pull just to do it, and you can't stop yourself. You just do it. Not because of what it can give you, but because of how good it feels in the moment right now to do it. That is when you know that you're deeply connected to source. And this requires an open heart. And when you have an open heart, that is the opposite of living through the ego. Because when you live through the ego, the more that you do that, the less connected you are going to be to your excitement. So why do we choose to live in the ego? If living through the heart is so exciting, it's so amazing. Well, the ego comes into the picture when we are trying to distract ourselves from the things that can be uncomfortable. Because living through the heart and being so deeply connected to all the good things also means that you are deeply aware and connected to all of those things that are painful and uncomfortable. You're going to be deeply connected to the shame, to the fear, to the anger, to the guilt that comes before we try and live our life through the ego instead. And reconnecting back to consciousness, to source, living through your heart, connected deeply to your excitement, is about also moving through all of these things that have conditioned you currently to be living your life outside of what it is that you are experiencing right now. You're trying to run from it through the ego and how it's doing things. So here's the thing about connecting back to source and back into your heart of doing things. It is more simple than you could ever imagine. It is in fact so simple that perhaps you refuse to do it. Because the reason why things are complicated, why we are confused, why we don't get it, why we try to maintain something or do something or try to achieve or do something, is because we think that there is some method, we think there is some right or wrong way of doing things. We think that there is that there's some perfect execution of things. And it is in that belief and through the act of occupying ourselves with thinking that there is some way of doing it that we miss out on the simplicity of what it means to be connected to source. Because it requires you to do absolutely nothing. You don't have to do something to connect back to source. That's the thing. Feeling like you should do something, feeling like you should get somewhere, feeling like you should adopt some method, feeling like you should, it's just thoughts. Just kill it. Wow. This is the place that solves everything, and it comes without thoughts, it comes without anything. The mind is the reason for why things are so complicated. There is no answer to what you're seeking. There is no right or wrong way of doing things. There's simply a letting go of everything that's complicated, that comes through trying to get something, trying to understand something. Because that is a surrender to the heart, to the universe, to source, to consciousness. By allowing yourself to exist exactly as you are right now, without trying to change it even in the slightest way. By simply accepting things totally as they are. As we use the ego over our lifetime to do certain things, to have our thoughts, to have our programs, our addictions, our different ways of doing things, our habits, our need to get somewhere, whatever it is. This is the numbing process of the physical body. This is how you numb the body over time, and you lose touch with all of these difficult emotions that arises in you as you're being from birth, your authentic self, and learning over time that, it's very vulnerable to be in this space, I might not be accepted by my parents, they don't like when I do this, there's society that has certain beliefs and things that makes me experience a lot of trauma growing up over and over without even my own awareness that it's happening, because that's how the subconscious mind works. It steps in to protect you by keeping you in the unknown. So you start burying a lot of these emotions and things that's going on within your energy over time to be disconnected from that. And you adopt a little bit more into your personality every single time, a little new pattern of thinking, a little new pattern of always trying to take action on a certain thing or whatever it is. And this is where you slowly disconnect yourself from source more and more and more and more. And connecting deeply back to source is the most simple thing. You just stop using the programs, because the programs numbed the body. When you stop using the programs, you start feeling a little agitated. As you continue to stop using the programs, as you continue to practice being in the present moment of things without acting out your programs, allowing yourself to let go a little bit, as you continue to do that and start trusting the universe, you're going to start feeling your body more again. You're going to, in some cases, be met with a lot of this stuff that you've been running from. And as you move through that stuff, you start connecting back to your ability to feel and experience things again. You connect back to source. And in this process, you connect back to your excitement, to your intuition, to your heart that knows exactly what's right for you. Because you feel it so deeply. Like I said in the beginning, it becomes such an overwhelming thing that you can't stop yourself from going after the things. But right now you have, if this is not who you are, a lot of beliefs. I don't deserve to do that. I'm not good enough to do that. I should be this type of person. That's what I learned from the past. This is the safe space. This is my comfort zone. This is how I always did things. And even though this place that I'm in right now is perhaps not exactly how I would want it to be, it's not my fulfillment. It is what is known. And it is what I'm used to. And that feels safe. It gives me a sense of security. Even though it is definitely a false sense of security. Because you're still completely as outer in this universe. I want you to understand that these videos are never going to give you a definitive answer to your question. Because the fact that you're asking a question is the issue in itself. Keeping it from what it is that you're searching for. What you're searching for comes when you stop searching for it. It starts to arise within you. It starts to wake up again. It doesn't always immediately wake up, but it wakes up over time as you keep being there. You keep connecting back to who you are over time. As you allow that natural state of who you truly and authentically are to arise again. And that happens without even trying. As you stop blocking it by being attached to all of the things that you've been doing in your life. Also that you're unaware right now exactly how you blocked your authentic self and your excitement and your emotions your entire life, because we don't understand it consciously when we're in that space. But the more that you trust the universe, know that you are so supported by not trying to get somewhere, but by simply living your life a little bit more at a time, for the simple reason of what it is that you're experiencing right now. Not judging it in any way, telling yourself that it should be different or that it should be changed, but simply accepting it just as it is. That, my friend, is where things are gonna start to fall into place for you. I have a free 10-minute course that you can check out. I'm gonna link it down below, where you can start this process of connecting back to your heart and into source again, into who you really are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.